So it's 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and I've had a bit of an epiphany. The puddle needs an uplift of between 50 and 70k per year in its turnover in order to be able to be sustainable or survive. Now, it's taken me all week, stood in a sweatbox in front of a whiteboard, breaking down all the costs to come to the conclusion that it's easier just to say it as it is. It's funny how being sat in front of a tiny little camera turns you into a dithering idiot. But people laughing at me and everything, and sweat pouring from my brow, and we've just taken the occasional respite to cause complete chaos and mayhem with water fights, and that's more like what the Puddle's all about. I'm not sure if anybody's actually interested in the breakdown of how we come to needing 50 to 70k, but if you've seen the other videos, you'll realise that in April 2027 we will be parting ways, sadly, with our current major partner. No animosity, no, it's hopefully we'll work together in the future and things like that. It's just that it wasn't quite working out as we both hoped. So we need to sort of take the next 10 months in order to be able to sort of reinvent the Puddle, and we need to focus all our efforts on providing the best possible service that we can for the adults within the SEN community. We're going to do that by repurposing the site. It's an incredibly tough challenge, but our plan is to come up with dedicated areas around the Puddle that are going to provide opportunities for the adults in order to be able to develop and enhance their skills and their confidence. We've already made a start on that. It's been incredibly difficult though, because we've had the hottest June on record, and even though we don't mess about at the Puddle, once we've made a decision we tend to go all out for it. It's been a tough slog, but we need to sort of talk about the plan in order to be able to sort of get this additional 50 to 70k. It is a tough ask for a small community interest company that is not for profit. Every penny that comes into the Puddle basically goes back into providing or enhancing the service for the SEN community, or to providing opportunities and experiences for those let's face it, the people that attend the Puddle, they're almost like family. So and they're doing the work, and it's their site. So it's basically they're investing in themselves. So we'll talk a little bit about what we hope to achieve, and what we hope will give us a fighting chance in order to be able to undertake this challenge that we face. So, but I think it'd be good to actually go and have a look at the first of the new buildings that we're currently talking about being an arts and crafts centre. Not that arts and crafts is particularly my cup of tea, but as long as it has purpose and it doesn't just become one of those where it's killing time, then I'm all for it. So let's go and have a quick look at that, and then we can come back and talk a little bit more in depth. So let's go and take a little bit of a meander up to see what's actually been going on. Now, in fairness to Mike and James and Matty, the temperatures have been absolutely ridiculous to try and work in. It's been hitting 36, 37 degrees, and it's been incredibly humid. So as you can see, they've made a fantastic start, and it's going to provide a great space. Like I say, I think the idea is that this is going to become an arts and crafts centre. I'm so impressed with what they've done. It really has been horrible to stand out in it and work, but in fairness, they've cracked on, and I know they're scheduled to do a lot more next week when the temperatures cool down, but I'm skiving. I'm going fishing. I'd like to say I feel guilty, but I don't. Oh well, never mind, eh? I'll tell you what, let's go and talk a little bit more about this dodgy plan to save the puddle. So, as I was saying, the cunning plan to save the puddle or reinvent the puddle over the next 10 to 12 months is going to be a case of repurposing the whole site, dedicated purely to the adults. As I've probably just shown you, the first of the new buildings is in process, and coming on fantastically well. And that's looking to be an arts and crafts centre. We've currently already got the Drunken Duck, which is dedicated for, it's almost like a bar room type scenario where we've got sort of pool, air hockey, darts and things like that. It's a great place for socialising. We've got the lily pad, which is going to be used as a base camp. And of course, we've got all the areas for horticulture and things like that. But the next big build, we're already talking about the next big build, and we're not finished the first one yet. Is hopefully gonna be a woodworking shop. It's gonna be set up with CNCs and things like that, and it's gonna teach them some real skills. I'm kind of hoping Mike, who's a great friend and been a great supporter of the Puddle over the last 8 years or so, is going to play a part in that for the long term, because he's got some fantastic knowledge, some fantastic experience, and he's got a great way with the adults here. And I'm kind of hoping that he'll become a part of the Puddle long term. He doesn't know that. But I'm kind of hoping I can persuade him into it. And then that will give us the platform to provide a service like no other for the adults. I don't want to develop a care service. A care service is so outdated. It shows no respect whatsoever to the capabilities of these individuals with learning difficulties. All they actually need is an opportunity, and the only way for us to survive is by aiming to do something different. And I want to create opportunities for them to gain life skills. I want to create opportunities for them to go out in the world and gain meaningful employment. I'd love to be able to for them to gain meaningful employment at the Puddle, and for them to share their experiences with the next generations that come through. So it's going to be exciting times, but let's not sort of delude ourselves. It is going to be a tough ask, but I want the people who are going to attend the Puddle to have the best chance that they possibly can in order to be able to be the best that they can possibly be as individuals. And that means we're going to throw everything at it. And if we throw everything at it and we develop a service that is of such a high standard, then they will come. I certainly hope that they will come. And if they come, then we will survive as an SEN facility. So I hope that you'll sort of join us on this slightly nervy but very exciting journey, and you're prepared to listen to the ramblings of a slightly achy, slightly grey, slightly old dithering idiot. So take care, and hopefully we'll see you soon.